307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you. Tired.
So back here for Bison Gymnasium for the nightcap. The boys going to take the floor now. The girls victorious over Laramie, so one win in the books, one to go here. And let's look ahead to tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Laramie boys. Alan, what is their record on the season?
They are 8-4 and 1-1 in the 4A East.
8-4, 1-1 in conference. They'll come out like this. Senior 6'2", wearing number 1, Andy Pearson. The sharpshooter, the junior, 6 feet 1 inch tall, wearing number 2, Jake Adler. 6 feet tall, senior, number 11, Nate Hill. Ty Brown is the senior. He's 6'2". He is wears number 22. And finally, Tristan Eichbush, 33 is his number. He's a senior, 6'4". So Eichbush, Ty Brown, Nate Hill, Jake Adlin, and Andy Pearson, all 5 guys that started at some point for Laramie last year.
I'll tell you what, Adlin actually didn't start for Laramie until that 4A East regional game, and he deserved it, man. I mean, he played 22 games for him last year. I know he started that 4A East regional game.
Officials for this evening's contest, a rugged crew, a veteran crew.
But Adlin, I'll tell you what, he's 16.6 points a game.
Scott Riggs,
40%.
Scotty Bates, and Chad Matthews.
40% from behind the arc, 62% overall shooting. He's going to be a force to handle. And like I said, with us missing our leading scorer, 18 points a game, and Richard Blackwell, which sources say if everything works out, that the suspended players might be back either next week or the week after. You know, we've got to be able to find something to answer the offense that Laramie's come out with. They're 8-4, and those are 8 wins against 8 good teams, Steve.
So for South, they'll start like this. The junior guard, 5'10", junior, number 2, Michael DeBryan. The point guard, 5 feet 7 inches tall. He's a junior, number 3, Marquez Jefferson. Along the forward wall, the 5'11", junior, number 13, Brendan Nelson. And Austin Barker will also start as a forward, 5'10". He's a junior, wearing 24. And finally, the big guy down low, Shane Dilsaber. He's a senior, 6'1", 35. And that might be where South has a problem matching up tonight, is the sheer size of Laramie.
You know, they've got the size against us. Shane is a strong person, and he can play down low with some of the big boys. The problem that we're having this year is Shane's not scoring much. He's only averaging, 1 point a game, Steve. If he starts taking some of those shots and he gets wide open, you never know what can happen.
Laramie with some cool new look uniforms. They're black uniforms, trimmed in gold and maroon.
22, Brown, he was a starter for Laramie last year.
And South, of course, in their home whites, trimmed in gold and black.
Now, the most important thing that right now South's got to do in this game, they cannot be a one-scoring team. Last 4 years that worked great for South. The record didn't indicate it, but they've got to have at least three players scoring tonight to be able to match up with the offense that Laramie's putting out there. And another thing, they cannot leave Adland wide open beyond the arc, because he will make you pay, Steve. Last time Laramie was on this floor was that overtime loss to South in the 4A East Regional. Adland had 19 points in that game. 2 of these players played a lot of minutes in that game, Steve. So don't think that's in the back of their head, wanting to get a little payback.
So we're ready to go here. South and Laramie, the boys edition. It'll be 33, Tristan Eichbush, 6'4", in the jump circle with Shane Dilsaber.
Eichbush averaging 10.5 points a game on the season, pulling down 6 rebounds as well. So look at that size difference.
Yeah, Laramie's got a big team on the floor. South's got to play well tonight. Shane almost went up and got it, but they're going to get it to Ty Brown. He'll start the game. Brown, right side to Pearson. Pearson quickly into the lane. Left-hander, no good. He was out of control there. And South gets the rebound, comes the other way. Mike DeBryan stops, pops. 8-footer can't get it to go.
And
but
he's fouled.
Oh, is he fouled on the
Yep,
shot?
they're going to say 2 free throws.
Andy
Number
Pearson
1
picks up the foul. And Mike will go to the line a mere 18 seconds into the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, listen to that student section. They're here for tonight's boys game, and This is good to start the game like this, nice and aggressive, but you got to make the free throws.
First one's no good.
DeBryan, 70% on the season from the charity stripe, misses his first.
And he makes the second. 1-0 South draws first blood here. And Ty Brown will bring it up for Laramie. Gets it to Ike Bush. Out top's got Dilsaver on him. Now to Adlin.
I like how Marquez is just smothering Adlin.
South's gonna have to win this game with defense tonight. There's a 3 attempt there. High arcing air ball. Adlin with the rebound, and he'll get it out to Nate Hill. And Laramie will reset it, so that 3 wasn't even close. Now they look for a cutting Adlin, and boy, South's teeing him up tremendously. There's a long shot. It's out of bounds.
South,
no good.
The student section's cheering is trying to distract the wrong player. They're supposed to be doing number 2 whenever he gets the ball. He's their main guy, but they're booing every time 22 touches the ball. So
that's right, because he's the one bringing the ball up the floor all the time. So they probably figure he's the man.
Well, they Dilsaver missed DeBryan on a back cut right
Jefferson
there.
got out of control inside there. Probably a good no call.
Yeah, that's a good no call. Plus the player was there with his arm straight up.
Yep, and he was out of control. So Austin Barker going to bring it in underneath. Looking, and he'll get it to Mike DeBryan.
Got it in just in time, too, Steve.
Austin with it up top. He'll drive. He'll get inside, kick it outside to Nelson. Nelson baseline. And he throws it right into the hands of Andy Pearson. So turnover on that possession for South. 1-0. South with the lead. Adlin with the ball, gets it right side. Pearson, he'll set it up top to Ty Brown for Laramie. Ty goes by Austin Barker, gets in the lane, right-hander, lay it up and in. South quickly the other way.
I'll tell you what, they're looking for Adlin, though, every time they come down the floor. Brown just took the ball into his own hands there.
Nelson gets it out to Barker. South trying to penetrate this Laramie defense. Not having a lot of luck with it so far.
Now, to show you how confusing the 4A conference is this year, Riverton got beat badly by Laramie. Riverton beat Laramie earlier in the season badly, or Evanston did, and then we beat Evanston.
Evanston beat Laramie badly?
Yeah. Wow. And then we beat Evanston, and then it's just the 4A conference is up for grabs this year.
So Adlin's quickly taking the seat. Josh Wilson checks in for him. Josh, 6'2" senior. DeBryan misses the shot.
And that's going to be South ball. South right now 0 for 2 from the field. Trail 2-1.
They'll bring it out underneath. Laramie playing a stifling man defense early in the game.
That was a risky pass there by DeBryan.
Now Shane Dilsaver, he talked about his lack of scoring. He gets to the block.
And he had a nice up and under move. He just didn't take the shot, Steve. Double screen setup. Nice.
Nice. DeBryan. Good. And South's going to need those. 4 points for Michael DeBryan. It's Michael DeBryan 4, Laramie 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, that double screen threw Laramie off because Jefferson drove the lane, pulled that defender in, and DeBryan was wide open for that 3, Steve.
And they're giving Ty Brown the business, the student section is.
Yes, they are.
Gets it to Andy Pearson. Great defense by Brendan Nelson to cut him off. Left-hand Pearson gets his own rebound, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. So he did a great job cutting him off, but didn't finish the deal.
That's always a risky move when you slap at the ball like that down low, Steve.
Yep. I mean, he played good defense to cut him off on his initial drive.
Nobody blocked him out.
And he misses the free throw. Rebound to Nelson. Quickly the other way comes South, and they're going to try to just run Laramie out of the ship. Nelson to the hole. Right hand up and in. Oh, they're going to call it offensive.
And that's 2 quick fouls on Nelson and 2 turnovers. I hate to agree with it, Steve. That Laramie player had position, you know. That's one of those ones where you want to stop and take a short floater rather than drive in for the finishing touch on the layup. And that's going to be a timeout. South looks like it's going to be full.
So they're going to sit him down. Let's take a timeout with them. High school basketball here in 11th BISN.
Your Bison Network. Hey, Brent, tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on the website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
So back here live from South, 4:55 to go, first quarter. South 4, Laramie 4 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard, but the big story is Brendan Nelson picking up 2 quick fouls here in the first 3 minutes of the game.
That's a big loss for South. He's just actually been starting to pick up his scoring, but more importantly, he's picked up some of the rebounding edge. I mean, his rebounding, he's averaging close to 4 rebounds a game.
Good news is they bring in Isaiah Dix for him, and Dix is really growing as a basketball player. I don't think there's not a lot of defensive jump off or drop off here. Now Eichbush going to go on Dix. Great move. Isaiah, great defense. And then South just not rebounding the ball. Who made the shot? Well, I guess we'll find out.
That was a tic-tac. That was a tic-tac foul, Steve. I mean, I don't know about that foul there. I mean, yeah, he made the basket, but he made the basket, but tic-tac call there. That's going to give you the indication of what type of game this is. We're going to be here for a long time tonight. South trailing 7-4 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. 4:43 left in the first quarter.
You know, if South gets an offensive gets a defensive rebound, we're not even talking about the call. You know, so that's twice down that Laramie's got inside, got these rebounds. So, and I was straight line, had no look at it.
Nice.
There's a nice feed down low. Dix lays it up and in, and 2-point basket for South there. Good ball movement. And Isaiah can be an offensive force as well. So
he had a good game in the JV game, Steve. So JV game, the South won in overtime.
Yeah, he got bad position there. But he's up for a rebound. Eichbush misses a shot. Give Dix the rebound. Man, that kid can jump.
Yes, he can.
Austin, 3 ball. Long off the iron. Ooh, boy, that could have been a foul on Wilson there.
That's a travel.
So it's going to be turnover Laramie. Be South ball.
South trailing by 1 point right now, early in the first quarter, 6-7 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Student section in full voice tonight. Sounding good. What a great atmosphere. Now they're running some motion type offense. Kez gets it out to Shane.
Well, Laramie switched between zone and man. They were in zone last defense when we scored that easy basket. Now they're in man. Nice save.
They seem to have been in man most of the night. They might have had a possession last time in zone. But
it was that last possession. That was the only possession they were in zone.
So Chuck Kern got out of it quick like.
You know, Chuck Kern
let's try the zone here.
Chuck Kern, a good coach. You know, he was a standout at Gillette when he played at Gillette. And he's had good teams.
Nice feed down low, and that's what Dix can do that not a lot of other guys can, is go up big to get the ball, and it's going to be off of a South player and Laramie ball.
One thing we did witness right there, Steve, is one thing that Dix does have a problem doing is finishing at the basket a lot. I mean, granted, this is varsity experience. He shoots 33%, 30% overall from the field, Steve. So he has a problem finishing at the basket. That type of play there looked like it was an oop. He should have just thrown that down, just gotten the 2 points instead of going for the touch layup.
Pearson trying to go on
and that's a foul. Can't bring your arm down like that.
Here.
And that's 2 fouls on Shane.
Getting themselves in a little bit of foul trouble early in the game.
Who do you put in for him? I mean, Nelson's in trouble. Shane's in trouble. You're going to have to put Beltran in. Beltran doesn't have the strength as Dill Saver down low, though.
First free throw is good for Pearson.
Pearson, 62% on the season. You know, actually, Laramie, 65% as a team.
Silencio Beltran.
Florencio. They call him Lencho here at South. Good ball player. Gives up some strength, but he's got the height.
Pearson makes them both.
And that's 8-6 now. 2:50 left in the first quarter.
9-6
9
on
to
the
6,
Dairy
sorry.
Queen scoreboard. And now number 3. So Chuck Kern getting a lot of guys in here in the first quarter. Number 3, Andrew Garcia.
He averages 2 points a game for Laramie.
Lencho gets it right on the wing to Austin Barker. Boy, Bradfield's pushing him in the back. Long shot there. 3-pointer for DeBrine.
7 points for DeBrine. South ties the game up at 9.
Bradfield on his way to play football for Wyoming on a preferred walk-in scholarship, just muscling guys down low. Now number 30's in for Laramie.
Nice crossover.
And he gets to the rim, plays it up and in. That's Joe Legursky.
There must be like 50 Legurskys in Rock Springs and Laramie. I swear we've called the Legursky name every year since we've been doing this, Steve. And they've been different players.
Now Austin Barker going to get down low, kick it out. Lenshow for 3. No good. And Laramie come away with 1:45 to go. Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Well, you know, Lenshow he's a very good three-point shooter, but for some reason this year he's been struggling from behind the arc.
Now
Laramie
Pearson
fans
working on him. Oh, that's a nice strip there. But he gets his own rebound again. Man, they're doing a great job stopping his initial drive. Then they're stopping, letting him go to the bucket and making it happen.
That was a stupid foul, too. He clearly had position. Why foul him? This is their 3rd and 1 attempt of the first quarter, Steve.
So 30-second timeout. Let's leave it here. So Pearson made the bucket.
How many fouls do you have for us?
5. 2 on Brendan Nelson, 2 on Shane Dilsaver, 1 on Lencio Beltran. Laramie with 1 foul.
But I tell you what, that was not a very smart foul at all. You know, at that point, Steve, if I'm a defender, he's down low as he is, and he had obvious position. You have to play smart at that point.
Yeah, South's doing a good job on the initial penetration by Laramie. They're cutting them off, but then they're stopping, and the Laramie guys are going right around them to the bucket.
South with 2 rebounds so far in the first quarter. There's only a minute and a half left, and it's not that they're just out muscling us to get the board. They're just getting position on us, Steve. We're not boxing out.
And he makes the free throw.
That's 14-9. That's the largest lead of the game for either team. Well, I'll tell you what, Schaefer laying into Bates.
Yeah, you know, it's not even Scotty's.
I think he's talking about how we're getting pushed down low, and I'm thinking on our side more than the defensive side of my opinion. Because those down low, those are just clear out rebounds on their end.
Now they get it down to Dix. Boy, Bradfield. Tall. Dix turns it over to number 3, Garcia.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dix had a lot of turnovers against Gillette in that fourth quarter.
That's offensive.
They're calling it.
Yes, that's a good call. Yep, we had one on the other end. A little bit of a delayed whistle, but that's a good call. That's 2 on Pearson, so Laramie gets a little taste of some foul issues, and he's going to sit down.
And, you know, Pearson averages 7 points a game, so South trailing by 5. That's a huge turnover. We got to keep the game close if we want to have any chance against Laramie.
So we're under a minute to go. 14-9, Laramie with the lead. So South.
See, here's that zone defense now.
Hasn't played well. There's DeBrine, long 3, and that's not good. It's going to be tracked down by Wilson. He throws it into Eichbush. So long 3-pointer there, not the best outcome there for South.
They're holding for last shot. That's what Coach Kern's yelling.
Let's see. Sometimes with 30 seconds to go and you hold for last shot, that's a lot of time for you to make a mistake and turn the ball over. Hill goes down low to Bradfield.
That's offensive.
That's offensive too. Absolutely.
Not only was it offensive, Steve, but he was in the paint for like 10 seconds of that, and this guy didn't even call it. He never left the paint on that whole possession. They're going to start watching that.
I'm going to be real glad I told Chad where to find us on YouTube.
Hey, you know.
Yeah, it's him, not me, brother.
Got to call it as I see it, man. He was camped out in the paint, dude. That's why they have it. That's
off
a
of Marquez
pass.
Jefferson. So Laramie will have a chance for the last one. 3.7 seconds to go.
4 turnovers in the first quarter, Steve. They had against Gillette like 26 turnovers.
Oh my! They're just gonna get it into him and let him get it down and shoot. That's terrible defense. Schaefer's not gonna be happy about that. So we got 1 quarter in the books. It's a tight one. Laramie 14, South 9. You're listening to high school basketball. 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E Network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings, because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you. Well, I tell you what, second quarter about to begin here at Cheyenne South High School, and man, 5 fouls, and a lot of them, honestly, Steve, are just pure out-hustle fouls.
Yeah.
You know, you give up rebounds like you did, and then you try to reach in for the ball when they're that down low in the paint, you're going to get that called every time. Block somebody out, you won't get fouled.
South will start with the first possession, second half. They'll have it to Brian High on the right wing. Gets it to Gabe McDonald, who just checked in at the quarter. Left side to Marquez Jefferson. And swinging the ball around the perimeter. They look low to Valencio Beltran. Turnover there. And Laramie comes away with it. Ty Brown will bring it up the other way.
Yeah, Gabe McDonald pretty much just threw the ball to the Laramie player.
I know. And Eichbush gets to the hole. That's a little too easy there. South quickly the other way. Gabe to Marquez. He's going to try a long three. Good! Tickling the twine is Kezzy Jefferson.
That's a huge three. That stopped that scoring run. We're down by 4, 16-12. Marquez's first points of the game, Steve.
Man, he elevates on those jumpers, don't he?
Yes, he does. South's got to settle down and not let this lead get out of control.
There goes Pearson. Once again, they do a great job of stopping that initial penetration. This time they finally kept him out of there.
Beltran.
And that's going to be off of, maybe Isaiah was the last one to touch that.
But I'll tell you what, Pearson had a wide open lane, and Beltran just tipped it enough just to knock it off of Pearson's knee. He was able to get the ball back, but that was enough to stop the flow of that play.
Pearson looks for Nate Hill. He goes around McDonald. Ooh, yes, he did.
He pulled that back foot up.
So turnover by Laramie. South will have the ball. They're down 4, 6:52 to go.
Can we take advantage of it? How many chances have we been given the ball because of a Laramie turnover, and we've been unable to score because we turned the ball right back over, Steve?
South not with their strongest offensive lineup.
Yeah, missing Brendan Nelson with foul trouble right now is really hurting for South.
And Shane Dillsaver as well.
Nelson averaging 8 points a game, and they're 8 huge points.
Nice, Isaiah Dix. Oh, my goodness, the soft hands. He couldn't get it to go.
You got to put a little bit of spin on that. That was a flat shot, had no spin, and that's why it went in and out, Steve.
Now working on the right wing to Pearson. Pearson crosses to Ty Brown.
Isaiah's still trying to learn the varsity speed, though, Steve.
He's got all the tools, that's for sure.
Yes, he does.
Nate Hill with it out top now for Laramie, down low to Eichbush. Eichbush working on Dix. Great defense by Dix, but there, once again, is Andy Pearson for an offensive rebound. Beltran did not block him out, and he's going to go to the line.
That's exactly what Schaefer is frustrated out. Nobody on South is blocking out. We have 2 rebounds, Steve. We are 2 minutes into the second quarter. South has exactly 2 rebounds.
And Laramie gets second chance points after second chance points.
We have not had a single second chance points because we have not had one single offensive rebound.
I'd be curious to see how many offensive rebounds Laramie has. We're not keeping that stat at our position, but I bet they've got a bunch.
Credit a lot of that to Laramie, too. But look at
There's another one.
Another one. How are you letting the guy get, and that's an offensive rebound. It's a team rebound, but I'll tell you what, we just gave them another possession. South is not blocking out, and if they continue this, it's going to be a long game.
Ty Brown gets it down low to Eichel, who's doubled quickly. That's a travel,
That should have been a travel. Yep, he rolled over.
Pearson for three, good.
And it's now 20-12 on the Derek King scoreboard.
Andy Pearson's taking over. Boy, Schaefer is absolutely livid with this
30-second timeout.
We're going to stay right here.
I don't blame him, Steve.
I don't either.
Blame him at all.
This is not the effort you need.
They're
not boxing out. They're not rebounding the basketball. It looks just like a lackluster night. You're at home in conference. This is one of the conference games that you gotta win, is these home games, and they're not even playing like they're hungry for it.
I mean, South on the season averages 25 rebounds a game. Laramie averages 1 rebound more a game than them. We've rebounded it twice. Twice, Steve. That shows you what foul trouble does. 2 rebounds in 8 minutes, 10 minutes, not going to get it done.
I'm missing some points from somebody on Laramie. I'll have to check at half. I fell asleep on something.
I like this, having DeBryan bring the ball, mainly because Marquez is out right now. He's a playmaker for South. He makes things happen. So
now swinging right left wing to Michael DeBryan.
This zone defense has got South in serious.
Well, they're just so long, Laramie is. South's having a hard time penetrating. DeBryan thought about a 3 there. Now he'll get it to Barker. He thought about a 3. Baseline, Lencho Beltran.
Not a good pass.
Yeah, it wasn't. That should have been picked off by Wilson. Boy, South not taking very good care of the ball. Scary situations. Now that's down low to Dix. Misses another layup.
How can...
Man.
He
can't get him any closer now.
He's had 4 point-blank shots. 4, and he's missed 3 of them, Steve.
It's not your night. Now Eichbush gets in for a 2-point bucket there.
South playing uninspired right now, and it's showing us we're down by 10, 22-12, and this is a good call. You've got to put Dilsaver back out there. You've got to put him back out there.
Try to stop some of this momentum. 22-12, it's now 10-point Laramie lead on the South home floor. Barker, that could have been a travel. Maybe not. Now jump stops, turn around. And I believe Nate Hill's going to get called for the foul. DeBryan's going to go to the line.
DeBryan with 7 points. 7 of the 12 points for South.
And he'll have 2 shots. First is good.
They're still in this game. It's still early. It's the first half, but if they keep playing like this, gotta love the Laramie fans.
Mike DeBryan misses the second shot there.
And
so 9-point Laramie lead.
22-13 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Laramie's actually got a pretty nice little
yes,
section
they do.
on the road. Eichbush. That's why they put Dilsaver in. Right there was to stop that. And Eichbush misses because of the Dilsaver defense.
But you know what? He still got to the lane, and that's because Shane's playing in foul trouble right now. He couldn't body him up as much as you would normally do on that type of drive.
Yeah, Laramie just in that 2-3 defense. Pretty impressive with placement squads.
Well, you know what?
I'll tell you, South's playing like doggy doo-doo tonight. There's no doubt there. They need to ship it up and shape it up.
This is a good call by Coach Kern. We've been struggling everywhere. Why not run the 2-3, take away the 2-point basket, and make us try to shoot those perimeters?
They got DeBryan on the baseline there. Now bodies everywhere. Michael turn around, puts it up and in for 2 points. And that closes the gap to 7, 22-15 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. 3:22 to go.
Quick 3-0 run from South.
Oh, there's a steal by DeBryan. And here comes South the other way. Let's see what they do with it. That could have been a hand check there.
Yep. You know, they're letting them play. One thing I will say, Steve, they've called it both ways.
Yeah. mean,
So
they're gonna. Barker to DeBryan. Oh, that is NBA range. Good! Tickles the twine. Wow. Probably not the best shot in the world, but Chuck's going to call a timeout. So
7-0 run from South.
let's take one with them. 22-14.
Sorry.
South closes it here on 11-12 BISN.
6-0 run. When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click away. And that was the Capital Communications Incorporated timeout. I want to also give a shout out to Tri-State Veterinary Clinic.
2:46 to go till halftime. South down by 9. Now they're on a little 5-0 run.
Oh, we were down by 10.
Oh, yeah, it was 22-12,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So 6-0 run there, and DeBryan overcommits on Pearson, but luckily Andy doesn't try to take it to the hole. Now it's Adlin, who's been quiet this game. Nice pass down low. He walked. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. You know what? Adlin's quietness has been because of Jefferson's smothering defense. He has played inspired defense against that guy.
Good call, Scott, he says. Shaver been ripping his butt the whole game. Now, good call, Scott.
South has a chance to get this down to 2 or 1.
Yeah, they need to. Now is Laramie back in this man defense. South's going to try to take advantage of it.
Well, that's a time when you wish Shane had a three-point shot because they're giving it to him.
Yeah, I think it's no secret. Everybody in the state knows he's not a perimeter threat. Beltran's getting some good minutes now. Barker, long three. Boy, he's just barely missed twice tonight. So
I'll tell you what, they'll start going in. South can really, really close the gap even faster.
Garcia with it out top for Laramie. Gets it to number 30 now to Pearson.
Nice defense.
Again, they do a great job cutting off his initial, but Bradfield up for the rebound.
I'll tell you what,
Man.
Dale Saver had it on his fingertips.
Another offensive rebound almost for Laramie. Here we come the other way. Barker gonna fire. Good! 3 by Austin Barker. Chuck Kern wanted a traveling call, but he's not gonna get it. And it's a 1-point ball game.
South on a 9-0 run, 22-21. Laramie lead. And there's an offensive foul.
Bradfield? Nope. 3-0-30. Joe Legursky, not the head coach of the Laramie Cowboys.
South has a chance to take the lead, Steve.
So it'll be interesting to see how Laramie responds in the pressure cooker situation on the road. They'll get it into Mike DeBryan, and he'll hand it off to Mark Hess.
Great game here.
Get it to Beltran. Cross court to Jefferson. Jefferson, he's going to get down, kick it out. Barker, there's another 3. Oh, that's in and out.
Oh. He's got it.
Man, he's
that. You know what?
Everything but make 3 or 4 or 4. Now there's a 3 for Laramie, and that's short rim by Pearson.
How do you miss that? That came and hit you right in the hands. How do you not rebound that?
Isaiah, ooh, nice move down
He's out of bounds, though.
Bradfield's on the line. Another Laramie turnover.
I tell you what.
Check in for Pearson. 30 seconds to go.
Calls that number 44.
6'6".
6'6".
On his way to play defensive end for University of Wyoming on a preferred walk-on scholarship, from what I understand.
Yeah.
South maybe try to get a last shot and take a lead into halftime.
Speaking of UW, Coach Bull was at South last week just to say, hey.
Nice.
That was a good timeout by Barker. Picked up his dribble, realized nobody was open. That was a good timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, Steve.
60 seconds. Let's take it with him on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network. Phone call away.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community.
So 10.7 seconds to go. South will have it last possession here, perhaps, of the first half. 10.7 seconds to go. Laramie up 22-21, but South will have the ball at the midcourt area.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've been doing this. You can't credit their rebounding.
No.
They've only had 4 rebounds in the first half, but they were down by 10 points. Give it go.
Yeah, there we go. DeBryan in. South takes the lead. And that'll do it for the end of the first half. And South on an 11-0 run to start to end the half 11-0. So 11-0 run to end the half for South, and they'll take a lead into halftime. 23-22 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Let's take a break here. You listen to high school basketball, 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you. What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-priced experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024
store at East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you. Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE Woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, #1.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, coming back with you on the American Storage and Postal Halftime Show. South leading 23-22 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Closed out the first half on an 11-0 run, as halfway through the second quarter they were down 22-12, and you could thank their defense as they shut down Laramie and finished it and took the lead 23-22. Their leading scorer, Michael DeBryan, was 15 points, followed by Marquez Jefferson and Austin Barker with 3 each. And then Isaiah Dix with 2. South with 4 rebounds in the first half. 4. We do not know exactly how many Laramie has, but we have 0 offensive rebounds, so we have not had any second chance scoring opportunities. We've only stolen the ball once, turned the ball over 5 times, yet they've been able to close it out on a 23-22 lead. All this with Brendan Nelson sitting on the bench since halfway through the first quarter with foul trouble. The turnaround started for South when Shane Dilsaver came back in the game. Shane Dilsaver came back in the game, shut down those drives to the lane, and South was able to hold Laramie scoreless. Big news also, Marquez Jefferson, you got to give him credit. He has held Jake Odlin, who's averaging 16.6 points a game, to nothing with smothering defense. And Laramie right now being fronted by Andy Pearson, who's got 11 points. Then you got Tristan Eichbush with 7, Ty Brown with 2, and Legursky with 2. And that's your American Storage and Postal Halftime Show. Tip-off for the second half action will begin in 4 minutes on the Bison, 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E Network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit to fit your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings, because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335, or go see them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you. When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from #1 Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE Woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and #1 Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable, It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway in Townsville.
And that was the American Storage and Postal halftime show that you just listened to. The one, the only Alan Cummings breaking it on down for you.
So South will be they're riding the hot streak right now. Thanks to their defense, they finished the quarter on an 11-0 run and lead 23-22, Steve.
Michael DeBryan leading all scores with 15 in the first half. There's a bad pass. Oh, Shane's going to get called there. Oh, no.
Had that arm right in his back, Steve.
Didn't like that one, but the ball was going to be overthrown and turned over by Laramie, but maybe it was because Dill Saver pushed the Laramie player that caused the ball to go over everybody's head. Now,
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
No.
Yeah, that ball was going to go over his head regardless. South playing a 1-1-3 zone.
Adlin, I don't think he scored yet. Isn't he their leading scorer?
He hasn't. And it's because of Jefferson's defense. But with the zone defense, you give up the risk of letting Adlin get hot. Because how do you get out of a zone?
11 points is the leading scorer for Laramie's Pearson. There's a good no call there. Hill thought he was fouled. Now here comes Jefferson. Shoot your way out of a zone.
You know, Dill Saver played straight up. Didn't bring his arm down. That was good, disciplined defense by Dill Saver, and that's why there was a good no call.
He's playing with 3 fouls, so he's got to be fairly careful. Oh, DeBryan working on Pearson. Nice defense by Andy. Now, Barker into the lane, puts the left hand up, can't get it to go. Bodies hit the floor, and there's no call, and Laramie will come away with it coming the other way.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies, sorry. Lost control of myself. South back in a man now.
Oh, that's an offensive foul. Maybe not.
Steve, if that was you out there, that would have been offensive.
I probably had a call. That's why I don't do these 4A varsity games. That's on the back.
That's over the back.
I betcha. I know that one.
I think that was his first field goal attempt, actually, and he gets called for the foul.
First foul. Now Isaiah's going to check back in, give Shane a chance to chill out for a minute.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Isaiah can start hitting some of those shots that he missed, South really has a good chance to pad this lead. Still 23-22. That was a long offensive set there for Laramie, and that came out empty-handed.
Now South going to move it around the perimeter. Give it to Jefferson. Go baseline. Nice pass there. Oh, no, it's turned over. Boy, Isaiah's got to be more forceful going after that ball.
Well, actually, it was Jefferson passed it and went off the Laramie player that was guarding him, and it tipped right into the Laramie player's hands. So that was guarding Dix. But you're right. He still had to make a play on it, and he didn't.
Oh, a block by Isaiah. And that's what he does well. He's so athletic. That's what he brings to the game. Now quickly the other way. Mike DeBryan for 3. No good. And we've gone. Oh, that's a foul there. No call. Oh, my goodness. Body's hitting the floor, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Called by number 33, Barker. Looks like he's a little bit hurt.
Barker is hurt. He skied up there pretty high to try to tip that ball. And then 33 gets charged with the offensive foul, and he let the ref know it, and I'll tell you what, he looked at him for a second, thought he was going to tee him up. Can't lead with your shoulder like that, Steve. This isn't football.
There's Chuck. You can see him on the camera pleading his case.
That's Eichbusch's first foul.
Engaging smile. Oh, Chuck, he's a good guy. But he's fighting for his team, and he's going to turn into Chucky here in a minute.
Oh, you got to hit him right there. He was wide open.
Barker out top to Dix.
Missed a wide open Barker on that cut through the lane.
Boy, Laramie's holding it.
Yes, they are.
DeBryan gets to the hole, puts it up right hand, up and in. 17 points on the night for Michael, 3-point South lead, and that's the first points of the second half, over 3 minutes in. There's a steal, and Mike, great hustle play there, almost took it the other way, but just couldn't corral
unable
it.
To control it.
Austin Barker's going to take a seat.
Now here's the question
up.
How is Laramie going to react to this? They had a 10-point lead. Are they going to be able to keep their composure, or are they going to start losing it like what happened on that offensive foul with Eichbusch when he started arguing with the ref?
They have not scored in a long time. There it's knocked away. And Jefferson looking to go up the floor with it. Now there's a wrestling match going.
Yep.
Who had the ball?
Laramie fans not happy with that, but he rolled.
Danny Bradfield did a check back in.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it looked like there was a somersault action going on. Now South has a 3-point lead in possession. Oh, Gabe McDonald must have ran out of bounds and then came back in and not established it. So I don't know.
So that
whatever, turnover and a wasted possession.
That's going to be a turnover on Gabe. He must have caught the ball before he landed in bounds, huh?
Something.
You think so?
They're pointing at the end line, and
costly turnover by South. Had a chance to push this up to a 2-possession lead.
Now Eichbusch with it down low. Nelson back in the game. Oh, swat from behind Isaiah Dix. And it's off of Laramie and it's South ball.
2 huge blocks by Dix to start the second half, and that's one thing that he can do. He's got hops, and they're going to put some full court man pressure.
If he can bring along his offensive game, he's going to be a player to watch.
Yes, he will be. And you know one thing he promised me in the preseason, Steve, before they started even playing, he was going to throw one down this year. He's had plenty of opportunities. He just tries to finger roll it right at the end.
Oh, nice feed, Gabe, but Brendan Nelson can't hit a layup, and I think Dick's going to pick up a cheap foul there. Dang it. How many layups has South missed tonight?
More than I want to say. You know the whole sad thing is
make a layup.
We've still yet to get an offensive rebound this game, Steve. No offensive rebounds, which means that one-shot possessions, yet they still have a 3-point lead. And Adlin's not in right now.
Wilson back in the game. Yeah, Adlin blank tonight. He has had 0 points. South's really, you got to applaud their defensive effort tonight. How many points did you say Laramie averages a game?
54.4. South averages 54.1.
I bet Laramie hasn't scored a point in almost 8 minutes of basketball time. They haven't scored in 4.5 minutes here in the second. Now Wilson throws up a 3, and that's good. That's an ugly-looking shot, let me tell you.
And that ties this game up.
And a quick timeout for Laramie. 30-second timeout. Let's keep it here.
Well, I tell you what, they haven't scored. I want to say it was maybe the 3.5-minute mark of the second quarter when we went on that 11-0 run. We were actually on a 13-0 run before that 3-point basket there. As it's now 25-25. South playing good defense, but their rebounding is something that needs to be worked on.
I tell you, Jake Adler for Laramie averaging almost 17 points a game.
Yeah, 16.6.
He doesn't have a single point in the game.
You got to credit Marquez Jefferson though. Marquez Jefferson has been all over him like a blanket on a cold winter night, Steve.
Yes, he has.
Yes.
Paint a picture. The South will have the ball. The score's tied. 3:16 to go.
He's been on him like the snow in a Thomas Kincaid painting.
Oh, that's a travel.
That's a travel,
yeah.
Yep.
He did.
And the Laramie fans starting to get back into it.
And now Ike Bush and Pearson going to check back in along with Barker.
Score is still tied, 25-25, 3:12 left in the third quarter. Gabe coming out. Who checked in?
Austin Barker.
Okay.
So Laramie going to bring it in from across the court. It's Joe Legursky, not the Wyoming coach, in the game. Josh Wilson has it out top. Ike Bush.
That's a big difference.
Ike Bush going to try Nelson. And Nelson
Nice.
cuts him off.
You know what? And Ike Bush wanted to lead with that shoulder. Did you see that?
And Wilson misses the runner, and South has it. Quickly ahead to Austin Barker. Stop and pop. Three, good! Austin Barker. His second tray ball of the night, and South with a 3-point lead.
Boy, and I tell you what,
2:43 to go.
his shots have looked good all night. To see that one roll in like that was great.
Now Bradfield gets it knocked out of his hands there.
By
Ike Bush
Nelson.
gets it swatted. Isaiah Dix says, get it out of here. And that's going to be off Laramie, but there's going to be a foul, I think. Let's see what happens here.
Isaiah Dix with 3 rejections all this quarter. Well, I tell you what, he picks up his offensive game. He is going to be a force in the 4A conference. It could be by the end of this year, or we'll have to wait till next year. But once he learns the speed of this varsity game and he learns that touch, it's going to be exciting to watch him play.
Man, he swatted that out. Got this crowd excited. Now DeBryan with Pearson on him. Don't know why he's not getting a count there, but we'll take it. Maybe he was. I just didn't see. South have it underneath their own basket.
28-25.
2:18 to go. Big possession here. South trying to increase their lead. They'll get it out to Isaiah. He gives it off to Jefferson.
2:12 left in this third quarter. Exciting game. Ooh.
Yeah, DeBryan thought about it, but good defense there by Ike Bush. Jefferson into the lane. There's a nice feed to Dix. He gets the layup to go, and he's fouled. So finally, Isaiah hits from point-blank range, and he's fouled.
That is huge. That starts building confidence, especially, too. So, I mean, Isaiah.
But you got to credit the pass.
This will be his first free throw attempt of the season.
Was that Jefferson with the assist?
Yeah, it was Jefferson.
It was ABA there, baby. All about the assist.
Well, he makes this. That pushes up to a 6-point lead.
Oh, and he misses a free throw, but
that's going to be on Barker.
Barker's going to get the foul there as he pushes the Laramie player into the guitar player's amplification unit.
And there was a pop on top of that, and I hope it didn't get on the cords.
And an intentional foul. Whoa, I don't know about that. So intentional foul called, I believe, on Barker. So Laramie will get 2 points and the ball.
Well, 2 free throws.
Excuse me, 2 free throws in the ball.
Number 3, Garcia, he's an 80% free throw shooter, so I guess you could say they're going to get 2 points out of this.
Boy, the gym's loud. What an atmosphere in here tonight.
Well, this is the...
They were fighting for a loose ball. I don't like that intentional
I don't think it was an intentional foul either. I mean, they were both going for the ball.
Him, but I don't know about that.
Well, you know, this is both schools' rivalry game. You know, technically they are the traveling partners.
Great atmosphere.
A great atmosphere.
And he makes both of them, and Laramie will get the ball.
And Laramie gets possession.
They cut the lead to
3.
Was South just up 5?
Yeah.
Where have I been? So 30-27 South. Wow. Had a brain frazzle there. So Laramie will have the ball.
Adlin back in the game. Let's see if Jefferson can keep that incredible. That's an illegal screen. Yep. Number 5 set the illegal screen. He was moving. You can't move on that. And that's a huge turnover for Laramie right there. South gets possession with a chance to push this lead back up to 2 possessions. And I know it's still early to talk about possessions, but, you know, yeah, they're South. You can't do that. Gotta love the student sections in high school games.
They're going back and forth. This is an exciting game. You got to stay around for the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a goodie here on a Friday night. Everything we asked for, that could have been an offensive foul there.
Yes, it
Jefferson, 3 ball, and it's good. And South now up 2 possessions, 33-27.
Got to keep that good defense on Adlin, though. If there's a player that can get them back in it, it's him.
And boy, Jefferson has just shut the door on Adlin.
And that's going to be a foul on Dix. That's going to be his second.
And now they're starting to kind of pile up are the fouls.
Laramie with 5 fouls, South with 4, 1:13 left on the Dairy Queen scoreboard in the third quarter.
Oh, my God, they lost Pearson on the inbound. Unbelievable. Find him.
And that's Nelson with 3 now. This is like their 20th and 1 of this game, man. Pearson has 62% free throw shooter. And he makes it.
He makes it.
33-30.
14 points on the night for Pearson. 33-30 South lead. Minute 10 to go. Third quarter. They'll give it to Jefferson, who has Garcia hawking him all over the floor.
1 minute left now before we head to the final stanza. This has been a great game.
That's, boy, contact. I think there's a travel there, but nope, they're going to call a foul.
It's going to be on the floor. South possession still. What do you think Schaefer's going to do? Do you think he's going to hold for last shot here? Usually he does with 55 seconds like this.
Eichbush checks in for Pearson. Pearson has 3 fouls. And South gets it into Jefferson.
No, they're not going to hold for last shot. They're running a straight offensive set. Yep, here they go.
Pulling it back a little bit.
I like this call. Try to get the last basket.
Better get rid of it. They're going to look to play for last shot. Gabe McDonald with it now. Boy, he's had to look for somebody. Jefferson gets down close. Nice feed to Dix. Oh, he's blocked by Eichbush from behind. That's going to excite the Laramie crowd. So now Laramie gets a chance maybe to play for the last shot here. What a ball game here on Friday night. Adlin yet to score. Off balance 3. That's not even close. Rebound Jefferson. 3-on-2 numbers. Right side to McDonald. Puts it up. Lays it up and in. Gabe McDonald. So South does end up getting the last shot. Laramie gets a desperation shot up at the end. So 3 quarters are in the books. It's South 35, Laramie 30. You're listening to high school basketball on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you're listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE Woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on the website.
Yes, of course, MISTIEWoods.com. And, man, we have a thriller.
Boy, do we.
On the south side of Cheyenne, Wyoming.
All this, we have a 5-point lead, and we do not have a single offensive rebound yet, Steve.
And South will bring it in to start the quarter. Laramie going to pressure Jefferson, which they've done all night. Marquez gets it to Brian on the right wing. Now gets it to Brendan, and he'll reverse it over to Barker.
But
Set it back up top to Shane Dillsaver.
Real quick, South's defense has been impressive. They gave up 14 points in that first quarter. They've given up 16 points since then.
Mike Bryan, 3. That's no good. Up for the rebound is Wilson, and here come the Plainsmen. Ty Brown with it.
Laramie's very good offensively, though, so a 5-point lead is really not much to shake your finger at this early in the fourth quarter. So that's
well, that looked like a little slippy slide there. Now Brown going to get it, kick it back out. Pearson, boy, Nelson needs to quit losing him.
Nelson.
How many times is he going to lose the guy?
I'll tell you what.
I'd pick a different matchup, I think, but he's not getting it done.
And that's going to send Jefferson to the line for a 1-1.
Who's the foul on?
Jefferson to the free throw line for the first time this game. South's only taken 5 free throw attempts this whole game, so it's good to see us getting there. Jefferson on the season. I don't have his free throw percentage on me. I apologize.
South with a 2-point lead. These things become huge. Misses the first. And
South
Laramie will bring it the other way.
2 for 6 from the free throw line on the game. As a team, they're over 60% free throw shooting team.
And Ty Brown gets to the bucket right hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Mike DeBrine.
Got to get a basket.
43 count. South with a 2-point lead.
This cannot be an empty possession for South. Got to get something out of this one, Steve. 35-33 lead.
Like a little bit of a arm grab there by Ty Brown. Dillsaver almost fumbled it away, and he'll get it to looking for Barker on the right side wing. And it's taken away by Brown. Here he comes the other way, gives it off to Pearson, puts it up and in, ties the ball game. 35-35.
5-0 run to start the quarter for Laramie. I'll tell you what, they're letting this game play getting physical in this fourth quarter. Oh, that was a nice move by. That should be South ball. That went off of Laramie's hands. That went off of Mike Bush's hands, but they're calling it. Oh. This is a good timeout by Schaefer here. Maybe a full timeout.
I got to go get some scoring updates. So take a timeout with them on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the leather jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
So back here with 5:57 to go in the ball game, and we are deadlocked 35-35. South is in the bonus the rest of the way. They have one foul to give themselves. So I imagine a lot of free throws are going to be shot here in the next half hour or so in this gymnasium.
I think you're right there, Steve.
So Laramie will bring it in. Wilson gives it back to Adlin, who has been blanked tonight, well below his almost 17 points per game average.
Got to give Jefferson credit on that. He's played incredible man defense on him. And he gives up like 5 inches to him. That's
off Laramie.
That's South ball.
So turnover there. Pearson steps on the sideline. South will have it. I like the substitution here. Nelson going to sit down for Isaiah Dix. Don't you love it how we tell you whether we like the substitution or not? Like we know what the heck we're doing.
I'll tell you what.
Don't worry, we do it to you, Coach Kirkbride, too. Hey, like that stuff. What is he doing?
2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter, and South is yet to score. There's DeBrine for 2.
17-footer just inside the line is good.
That's a huge basket for South. We've been outscored 5-0 at that point in the fourth. South now leads on the Dairy Queen scoreboard, 37-35. Do not. I'd let him shoot that.
You like, Coach. That's only a 2, though. 9 points for him. Now quickly the other way, Barker. Boom. Ooh, that could have set this place on fire.
And that was our first offensive rebound of the game.
And it goes to Marquez Jefferson, shortest guy on the team. 3 ball there. Nice back rotation, but he just can't get it to fall. And Laramie with the ball.
And a chance to take the lead.
And a chance to take the lead. First time in a long time. Matter of fact, it'd be their first lead of the second half if they were able to convert. They did. Oh, he's hammered from behind.
Yeah, that's Michael. He got him.
Got his money worth on that one.
Thankfully, he missed it, though. Hill, 43% free throw shooter on the season, Steve. He only averages 2 points a game, well, 1.7 points a game. So let's hope this foul pays off. That should have been Ryan's first, if I'm right.
It is. Makes the first.
And, boy, I tell you what, with that form, you think he was a 70-80% free throw shooter.
Now Ty Brown going to check back in for Laramie. And Adlin going to take a seat. Man,
he's not very happy with that either.
He's going to have a long bus ride home, man. Where's my 16.6 points? He's going to be wondering.
He's not very happy about that substitution.
He's going to wake up and be dreaming about Marquez Jefferson. Wake up in a cold sweat. Come on, 3 South guys, 1 Laramie guy. Laramie guy wins it. Wow. 3-pointer Pearson can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for Laramie as Ty Brown chases it down in the corner.
South trailing now 38-37 as Hill made one of those 2 free throws. Not very good hustle effort there.
60-second timeout. Let's take one with him on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
So this game reset is brought to you by the SCCDA, South Cheyenne Community Development Association,
and Tri-State Veterinary Clinic.
And Tri-State Veterinary Clinic with 4:16 left in the ball game. 38-37, Laramie with a 1-point lead. They will have possession after the timeout. From here on out, both teams will be in the bonus, and each team has 1 timeout remaining.
Ooh.
So, hey, there's a little bit of an upset brewing across town at the Thunderdome.
I'll tell you what, Central beating East last week, that's kind of surprising, but I guess from what I hear, you shut down McCord and Oliver, and
they don't got a whole
they don't got much after that. South's got to get a stop here. It's important you get a stop. You're down by
Brown.
1.
It's out to Andy Pearson. Back to Brown.
That's travel.
He was still dribbling, and it's tied up, though. Well, how many whistles you got to hear before you stop playing? So Schaefer's begging for, or lobbying, I will say, for a traveling call. Chuck Kern lobbying for a held ball.
That's
and at
turnover.
the end of the day,
it should be South ball. Oh, they're calling it Laramie ball. How is it Laramie ball?
I don't know. Did they call a held ball? Pearson with a brick. Rebounded by Wilson. He stepped from behind. Oh, that looked clean, but Scotty made the call. He was right there.
And they fouled the wrong guy, number 5, Wilson. 78% free throw shooter on the season. I mean, plus he's got 2 already, if I'm right, this game. South fans get quiet at the wrong time of the game. Now that's the lead back up to 2, 39-37. Adlin coming out. I think this is a defensive substitution, obviously. You don't want to. I'm surprised they didn't call 22 for a technical foul on that, Steve.
Yeah, Nothing. And he makes both free throws. So South needs to not get out of sorts. They're down by 3.
And that's a 2-possession game now.
Things didn't go well.
No, one possession, sorry.
Game.
I thought it was 41.
No, 40-37.
One thing you got to realize.
Jefferson's got to break that 5 count. Holy moly. Oh, and Dix gets low, but I think Eichbush had position there.
He did. Got to be able to put those up.
Good no call there, but now South's got to get a stop here.
Still plenty of time left, though. 3:17 left in the game. You're only down 3.
And there's a turnover as they throw it right to Isaiah Dix. He'll get credit for the steal, but he had little to do with it. He just stood there, caught the ball that was thrown to him. Man, South's getting close to 5 counts. Laramie playing good individual defense out on the perimeter. Now Barker gets it to Dillsaver. There's a nice look, but Shane not much of an offensive weapon. Barker gets it out to Jefferson. He'll go baseline, and he's got to find somebody. He'll get it back out to Mike DeBryan up top. So South working a good possession here. 2:35 a count now in the game. They're down by 3. They cannot come up empty. Oh, wide open Isaiah Dix underneath. Great assist by DeBryan, and it's a 1-point game.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dix just broke away from his guy quietly, and the guy wasn't paying attention. I'll tell you, I'm glad he made that.
Went night-night. Laramie defender took a nap.
South's
now
got
Laramie working it around. Pearson's going to drive. Gets it. Oh, stop! Isaiah just said, put it back. Oh, my goodness. But the fortune bounced Laramie's way as they come out with an offensive rebound. Wow.
4 blocks
it's
by
been
Dix.
A block party tonight.
4
thrown
blocks
by Isaiah Dix. And there's a cause. He caused a miss there. Oh. He'll be called for a foul there, but he definitely affected the shot.
40-39. Now, here's a good thing, though. You stop the clock. You're still down by 1, but you stop the clock and make them earn these points without the clock moving.
How does Eichbush shoot?
Eichbush, he's a 56% free throw shooter. So
that's nothing to write home about.
So best case scenario is he misses both. You're still down by 1. Worst case scenario, he makes both. You're down by 3, but no time has come off the clock.
And he misses the first. So now Brendan Nelson checking in for Isaiah Dix. Gabe McDonald coming in. So.
I'll tell you what, Brendan Nelson has been held scoreless this game. He averages 7.8 points a game. He gets going. I mean, fourth quarter has been his game. So.
Holy cow. Wake up out there.
That's not a good one. Got to get a rebound if he misses this.
Eichbush second is no good. And Nelson's up for the rebound. 1:45 to go, 1-point game. Laramie 40, South 39 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. But South with the ball. Oh, and Marquez turns it over.
Not a good time for a turnover.
Oh.
You're down by 1, a minute and a half left in the game. That was supposed to be that give and go type of thing where he passes it to Dillsaver. Dillsaver then hits DeBryan on the cut. He tried to pass it to DeBryan. Went right to the Laramie defender.
So Adlin with it out top. Jefferson has held him in check the entire game. Laramie just working clock. Oh, there's a steal by Jefferson. What do we have here? Timeout. Holy cow, look at that.
Players are falling all over the floor as Jefferson and number 11 get into it. I'm glad they didn't tee it up because it was the same situation over here with number 22. Jefferson and Hill, though, double technical.
No, that's not a double technical.
Oh.
It's timeout.
Sorry.
60
I got excited.
Let's just leave it here, man. There's excitement in the gym. 40-39. Now South will have the ball. They'll have it out at the midcourt area. Minute 3 to go, and they're down by 1. They're out of timeouts. Laramie will have 1. Wow, this is what a rivalry is all about
I'll tell you what, for Jefferson to come up with the steal at that point was huge.
Oh.
For him to hold his composure as soon as he got the ball and call the timeout was even bigger. But he lost his composure, and he could have actually been teed up for that because he was trying to get up. Wilson wasn't letting him up. He shoved him and then shoved him again when the ref was trying to separate.
Yeah, and I wasn't even watching any of that. I have to go back and look at that afterwards. But
And here's the reason why I'm glad there was no technical calls, because earlier in the second half, we had number 22, Brown, with the same situation, and they didn't tee him up there either. But now, anything like that happens, I think in the last minute 3 of this game, there's going to be a tee flying. So
these are the games these officials live for and love, man. These barn burners, 4A East action.
Both teams in the single bonus.
Minute 3 to go, so South will come out with their starting 5.
Down by 1 on the
Laramie matches with their starting 5. They'll get it into DeBrine. Actually, no, Laramie doesn't. They have Josh Wilson in the game against Marquez Jefferson. Dillshaver with it down low. South's got to have a possession here. Gets it to DeBrine. DeBrine's going to go baseline. Puts it up. Gets a block by Push. Shane couldn't get the rebound. Oh, I thought he tried to call timeout. But no, there's going to be a foul.
Hey, but you know what? If you're going to foul somebody, he's the player to foul.
And that's 4 on Shane. And who's going to go to the line? Ike Bush?
Yep, Ike Bush missed both his free throws earlier. He's a 56% free throw shooter. I'm going to say 52 probably after those last 2 that he missed. So if there's a player to foul, this is it. And it's a 1-and-1. So you've got to be ready to block out. Make sure you're matched up with the guys that you're supposed to. He makes both of these, you're still down a single possession with under a minute left.
First one's good.
Makes it 41-39.
43.9 seconds. Now Adlin's going to check back in for Ty Brown.
I don't know about this. Brendan's a better offensive player than Isaiah. I don't know. Maybe they're doing it for size down low. Well, even though he's not much size, he's got the hop. So
second free throw attempt here by Ike Bush. Makes it.
Still single possession. Down by 3. 43 left. You can
Here
get 2.
Jefferson.
You're in no rush to get 3 here, in my opinion. Well, I guess you are. 38 seconds left.
No, you're not. They can still get 2, but they got to get a quick 2. They can't waste a lot of time and then get a 2. Shane feeds down to Dix, lays it up and in. Now they don't have a timeout, so they got to foul quickly, and they do. And that's going to be it for Dillshaver. So Dix hits the shot to bring it to 1 point. Then the foul committed by
42-41
Shane
with 22
Dillshaver.
seconds left in the game.
What
South
about
down
Nate
by
Hill
1.
from the line, Alan?
Nate Hill on the season is a 43% free throw shooter. But how many has he made already this
He's
game?
1 for 2.
So
right at his average.
yeah, that's true.
Double bonus, so he
22.7
gets
seconds.
2. Misses the first. That's big.
That's a huge miss there.
Misses this second, and South's in business for a last-second shot.
And it makes you wonder, someone like, number 11 hasn't played many varsity games. Is the pressure going to get to him? And it does.
He misses ball. Brandon Nelson comes down with it. South will have a chance for a last shot. Let's see what they do. They don't need a 3. They just need a 2.
Turned it over.
Oh, and Nelson turns it over on the baseline. I mean, I know people are booing about it. It's the right call.
The right call, baseline. Got to foul. You got to foul. Yep. Boy, Adlin.
Why do they get in such a hurry, man? You got 22 seconds. Set some offense. Don't, they panic like.
But see, here's the good news. Here's the good news. He makes both of these. You're still down by 3.
Understand.
Granted, they're not shooting very good from 3 from this game. But Adlin, this is his first time to the line. He's a 79% free throw shooter. So if there was a guy to foul, it wasn't him.
I just wish they would have been a little bit
more patient.
Yeah, look for something a little better than that. They just so 2-point game now, 10.1 to go. South will have time to go get a shot off. What a ball game, man!
Incredible ball game. Got to give both these schools credit. And I'll tell you what, South to be able to be in this game with only 1 offensive rebound, that's huge.
Breaks the ball, so South's going to have to hit a 3 to tie it. Parker, no! And that's going to do it. Laramie with the rebound. They'll be fouled.
There's a tee. That's going to be on to Brian.
And now
they're tossing them.
Wow.
There was an elbow thrown.
So,
I mean,
yeah, Mike DeBryan just lost his
he
cool.
did.
There's no sense in that at all. There's just no call for that. The game was over. I mean, you know, they fought hard, but there's no sense in doing that sort of thing there. So I don't know what they must have called him with the tech and ejected him from the game.
They did.
So Laramie's going to have free throws here. Now, if he's ejected, he has to sit out next week, doesn't he? He'll have to sit out against whoever they play on Thursday night. And he was very, very close to getting the double tech and probably being gone for 2 or 3 games. Highbush makes a free throw, so wow. Fireworks here at the end of the game, you know. South, boy, they didn't show very well there at the end, you know. Highbush got up for the rebound, did foul with a couple seconds left, but.
Well, you know, and here's the thing I'm going to bring up. That was not a very. I mean, he was supposed to foul, which he did. The technical was deserved, but there was an elbow that was missed that was thrown in there by Eichbusch that wasn't called, and it was because DeBryan had so much attention drawn to him with that stupid technical. You know, it was not very smart. So
now Adlin's shooting.
This is the technical foul.
Oh, this is the technical. Okay.
And they get the ball back. So down by 6, 1.7 seconds left. I mean,
so South's going to lose this one. Laramie's got to bring it in and hold it. But
South's going to move 0-3.
Kind of an ugly way to end this deal here for South. They're going to go down at 47-41.
They're going to let him shoot so there's no foul. This is a smart move.
Three-pointer at the buzzer is no good. So that'll bring this one to a close. And the officials are out of here. Good game by those guys tonight, veteran crew. And just got a little ugly at the end for the Bison. Final score 47-41. Allen's going to come back with a little bit of a Mile High Tree and Lawn Care post-game show. We're going to get out of here. Take a timeout now, and we'll be right back with post-game highlights for you here on 1112 BISN.
Isaiah. Hey, this is Alan with 1112 BISN here with the Mile High Lawn and Tree post-game show. We got the 1112 BISN player of the game, Isaiah Dix. Isaiah, I'll tell you what, hard-fought game, not how you wanted it to end, but let me get this fixed for you. Tell us how, I mean, it was an emotional game. This is your rival school, technically your rival school. Tell us how intense it was really out there on the floor.
It was real intense the whole entire game. Towards the end, our crowd, our student section, they were competing, trying to make us better, and I guess the intensity was just too much.
Now, you guys were down by 3 points. Actually, you were down by 1 point on 3 straight possessions. You couldn't get anything going. On one of your final timeouts, what was Schaefer imploring for you guys to do?
Basically, execution. He said we need to execute in order to get buckets, and we need to play defense solid.
Well, you came off the bench. You had 4 huge blocks, 8 points. What goes through your mind when you block the ball? Come on.
Honestly, it's amazing. I mean, there's nothing better than blocking your opponent and making them feel dumb, I should say.
Do you want to do the Dikembe Mutombo wag?
Yeah, but I can't afford getting
you get the technical in high school, but well, Isaiah, I want to congratulate you for being the 11-12 BISN player of the game, and we'll see you next week against Cheyenne East.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that's the 11-12 BISN player of the game, Isaiah Dix. I'll tell you what, came off the bench with 8 points, 4 blocks, 1 deflection, 3 fouls. I'll tell you that the end of the game was huge. South had plenty of opportunities. They gave up 17 points in that fourth quarter. That was huge. They had a 35-30 lead going into the fourth, was outscored 5-0 to bring this game back into it. And then from there, the ball went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Laramie was able to put it away right at the end, 47-41. That's your Mile High Lawn and Tree Care postgame show. We'll be back here next Thursday as we take on Cheyenne East on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.